Hey, James. I saw your pictures with you and some tigers. Where's that from?
That was at a place in Southeast Asia.
It was in Thailand, actually. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was a bit dubious of it. I mean, I saw the little advertisement of Tiger World and Tiger Zoo, or whatever it was. I went and took a tuk-tuk out there and checked it out, and it was pretty cool.
How are the tigers treated within the zoo, the Tigerland?
Well, it's actually quite weird, in that it was like a zoo, but you can go in and touch the tigers.
Oh, wow.
And be around the tigers. And so, they seem to have a pretty big area to roam around, and I guess they have a pretty good life. I guess the deal is that they were all raised in captivity, so they kind of give you a little spiel when you go in, and they explained that the tigers are raised in captivity, just like you would raise cows or pigs or horses or anything like that. So they are bred for the farm, and even though they are still really deadly, basically, that's why they are there, because they were bred to be there.
Bred to entertain.
Yeah, kind of. It's a bit odd. You do feel a little strange, because you figure that they are tigers, and they should be out in the wild. But then again, it's an opportunity for people to actually see these beautiful things.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. I guess it's an opportunity also to learn about these creatures, which are found in the wild.
Right.
Okay, wow. I mean, you are really close to those tigers, James. I mean, how did you feel? Were you scared?
Actually, yeah. I mean, it's a little unsettling. Even with the little babies, you figure, wow. Or the young ones, that they are still quite big. When they lie down on the ground, the full length of their body, even for a young tiger, is about the size of a human.
Wow.
And you realize that, they could eat anything, so it's a bit scary.
Yeah, you could have been eaten at any point.
Well, it definitely crosses your mind. And you ask them about that, because naturally, everybody's worried about security, safety. And they say that, their deal is that they know the tiger's behavior down cold, and that they know that as long as you feed the tigers early in the morning, and then they feed them again at night, then during the day, they just want to lay and sleep. They have no desire to go hunting or anything like that. So that's why they are actually safe to be around in the afternoon hours.
Ah, they are very placid by that point.
Right. And they also say that because the tigers are born in captivity, that they are used to being around humans from birth. So ever since they are little cubs, they have had human handlers. They have had humans around them, so they are highly familiar and comfortable with humans touching them, being around them. So that's how they can, allow people to be around them and keep it safe. But it still does cross your mind.
Yeah, I am sure it does, especially if you are a parent with a child, because obviously, children will be a quite nice meal for a tiger.
Actually, you know what? I think, looking back, you could not take children in the cage.
Ah,
I think it was almost like an amusement park. You had to be a certain height. So they did not want you to be, they did not want anything small that would just be too tempting for the tiger.
yeah.
Although that seems kind of strange, because there were really small, petite women that were going in the cage.
I see.
So there's not that much of a difference there.
No, I don't suppose so. I guess, if it's based on height.
Good morning, Nia. You woke up late today. Is everything all right?
Yes, I did finish some homework last night.
I always tell you to finish your work on time.
Yes, Mom, but the teacher assigned us some last-minute homework.
But you have the entire Sunday to yourself.
Yes, I am aware, but I had to work on my recitals and then go to bed late, so I overslept.
Don't worry, you still have plenty of time before your school bus arrives.
I won't have to wait at the bus stop today because a friend will pick me up.
I am not here to make small talk, love. Tell me who is going to pick you up and why, when you already have a school bus to take you and drop you off at home.
Sure, Mom, so, starting now, I'm going to teach daily routine English conversation to my juniors or students who struggle with studying English.
What? Why? I mean, I don't understand. Has not your school recruited a native speaker to assist students who have difficulty speaking English?
Yes, but his grasp of native English is just too difficult for the students at the introductory level. Furthermore, he is far too focused on teaching them grammar and tricky synonyms rather than teaching them daily life English conversation.
Are you able to manage that many students on your own?
It's not just me. 7 other students volunteer to be mentors to other kids, one of whom is my friend, who is picking me up today.
How are you going to pull it off?
By encouraging students to engage in daily English conversation and helping them in the formation of English sentences.
It's a great responsibility. Do you have enough time? I don't want you to compromise with your studies.
To be honest, I'm not going to compromise my studies for all of this. I was planning to get up early and take some time out of my morning routine to make preparations for this volunteer activity.
Do you have anything in mind, like any ideas about where to begin?
Because they are not native English speakers, we will start with some simple conversation topics for them to practice later, followed by some synonyms and tongue twisters.
That's wonderful. I am extremely proud of you, Nia, for assisting people with spoken English, as it is now an important part of your children's lives.
Yes, exactly. They only need a little help to become fluent in English, and because we are all students, they will not be afraid to talk to us about their problems at any moment.
Okay, now hurry up and get ready, but before you do, tell me what you want for lunch.
Some sandwiches and apples with beetroot.
Remember to take your lunch and a spare key to school today, because your father and I will be late. Please lock the door as we leave for work.
Okay, Mom, good day.
You, too, have a wonderful day. John, I have never met your family. Do you have a big family?
Yeah, kind of. There are 5 people in my family, so it's a medium family. I have 2 brothers, so there are 3 boys in my family. And there's my mother and my father.
How about your father? Do you look like him?
Yes, I do. I do look like my father. When he was younger, he had blonde hair like me and he has glasses. So do I. My mother has glasses, too. I'm the same height as my father. We are both 180 centimeters tall. My older brother is the same height as me and my father. But my younger brother is shorter than us.
Ah,
He has blonde hair and glasses too, though.
oh. How tall is your younger brother?
He's a bit shorter than us. I am not sure, but I think he's around 170 centimeters tall.
Oh. How about your mom?
My mom is short, too. She's the same height as my younger brother.
Oh.
And my mom has red hair. Her hair is bright red, so my mother has different hair from the rest of my family. There are 4 people with blonde hair and 1 person with red hair. But actually, all 5 of us wear glasses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, John, you're thin. What about the rest of your family? Are they thin, too?
Well, my mother is skinny, too, like me. But my brothers are more like my dad in their body type. They are a little bit more muscular than me. They have big muscles and they're very strong. So they are heavier than me. That's my father. He weighs more than I do. And my brothers are also heavier than me.
Oh, sounds like a good-looking family.
Thank you.
So, John, you told me about your family's appearance. What about their personality?
Well, all 5 people in my family have different personalities. Yeah. My younger brother is really fun. It's great to spend time with him. For example, we usually play video games together. He likes to play racing games or sports games, and also, we play card games or just watching TV. He's so funny. No matter what we are doing, he tells jokes and I love listening to him tell jokes about whatever we are doing at the time. And he's so cheerful and bright. He's always open to new people and new ideas. So I really like spending time with him. He makes me feel cheerful, too, when we talk together.
That's great. How about your older brother?
Well, my older brother, he's a really good guy. He's not so entertaining like my younger brother, but he's very smart. He's really serious. He likes to study and read. For example, he likes reading the Greek philosophers. He likes reading about Plato and Socrates. And he's always talking about philosophy. I like that stuff, too. I think it's interesting, but he's not very funny.
I see. How about your dad?
My dad. Let's see, what can I say about my dad's personality? He's a hard worker. He's very devoted to everything he tries. He was raised on a farm, so he knows a lot about animals. And now, he has a farm as a hobby. My dad raises horses and chickens. He loves animals and he has so many animals, but he doesn't think of them as farm animals, they're his pets and he loves them. He spends every day outside where no matter what the weather, because he has to take care of his family, which is all of his animals. And he's a really smart guy. Maybe a bit serious at times. His sense of humor is maybe like you can imagine from an old man.
I see. How about your mother? What's she like?
My mother loves to read horror novels.
Really?
Yeah, horror books. So she knows a lot of stuff about crime or mysteries or police dramas and lawyers. She loves that stuff. So my mother is very interested in those kind of books and movies and TV shows, too. So she's kind of like a detective. My mother is very smart and enjoys solving puzzles.
Wow. It sounds like an interesting family.